That's revolution. That's a revolution. So what we're witnessing right now is the collapse of socialism. And this is what my seminar on March 17th, March 25th is all about. It's the collapse of socialism and what you should do about it. And believe me, you can do something about it. Do you think it's hopeless? I mean, it doesn't look. Oh. Well, how come I'm not depressed? I'm in the same boat all you guys are in. Why am I not depressed? What, I've got $50 million in the bank, and if I lose 80% of it, I've still got 4 left, or 10 left. No! I'm just confident enough that I have a strategy that's going to take me through. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that know about this, and they're saying they're preparing for it. Anybody ever heard of that individual Stan Druckenmiller? Boy, you guys are not mine. Okay, he's an ex-hedge fund manager. He ran a hedge fund for 25 years. His average annual rate of return during those 25 years was 30% per year, average. Smart guy. He says this is the biggest crisis the United States is facing right now, and nobody's talking about it. And he was one of the guys that motivated me to put on this seminar. He said, I just hope that you're in the right investments when this whole thing comes crashing down. Because, and I don't know what those investments are going to be right now, and neither does anybody else. But if you follow trends, the trends are going to tell you where to put your money. I know, this is a little overwhelming for a lot of people. What's the choice? Just take what's coming? The train's coming at you, like full speed, and you go, this isn't happening. Why socialism doesn't work? And to think, okay, so right now, Medicare takes 37% of the U.S. budget. 37%. Do you know what the Medicare budget went up last year by itself? 9.3%. Are medical costs out of control? Why do you think Donald Trump got elected president? 9.3. So if we start compounding 9.3, let's just say that goes on for another, at 9.3%, that means prices double. The rule of 72, 9 into 72 is, what is that? 8. That means in 4 years, in 8 years, prices will double. And in 4 years, they're going to be 50% more. Let's call it 50% more. So 50%, add another 20%, let's run 20% onto 37. That's 50% of the total U.S. budget would be for medical care. We won't get there, you guys. We won't get there. We won't get to that point. And look, and here's the deficits we're running right now. We're getting older. Us boomers, we're all retiring, and you know who has to support us? The people at the bottom, the millennials. How many non-millennials do we have in here? You think you guys are making a lot of money? Half of you guys are living at home. And the other half are saying, screw you, I'm not going to support the boomers, and I don't blame you. We screwed it up royally. But not saying it's not going to take everything down with it. So here's the deficits going forward. Here's what we're looking at. Here's the future. Don't look at so much of these numbers, look at the trend. It gets worse every single year for the next 15 years. Pure mathematics. In other words, the government has overpromised. What that means? It means a coming economic storm is certain. So you better just start preparing. If you knew your house was going to burn down in the next 5 years, would you carry fire insurance? Here's the strategy I'm going to share with you. I don't care what Marie says. It's so simple, even a kid can use it. It's simple. Yeah. It is simple, isn't it? Does it take super high IQ to do this? You have to know how to use a spreadsheet. I know. Do little kids like that know how to use spreadsheets nowadays? By the way, did you attend my last seminar? No, the one I just gave one. And you know what? There were 60 people there. And I let people attend for $100 on it. And 2 or 3 couples, I said, if I had everything to do over again, here's what I would do. When I was 18 years old and started making money, I would open up a Roth IRA and take 10 to 15 and maybe even 20% of my income, put it in the Roth IRA, and use the strategy, follow it, and keep contributing to the IRA at least 10 years, maybe 15. Use that strategy, and by the time you're in your 50s, you're going to have at least $1.5 million in the bank. And that struck a nerve with a lot of those parents because they've got kids. And they went to Pam and said, you tell Bob to put on a seminar, because I'm gonna drag my losing ass's kid in here to do this. Because our parents are going to show their kids how to do anything, not going to listen. And I shared that idea with an accountant friend of mine, and he said, kids won't spend the money. And I go, the kids aren't spending the money. It's mom and dad. But they believe so, they wish they had done this. And that's one of the things that I would do if I was younger. And I mean, how big a sacrifice is that? Now, at least you've got financial security, you know? You may get married and divorced 5 times and none of your kids will ever talk to you, but money shouldn't be a problem. Money doesn't bring happiness. Pretty sure. Final words. As investors know this, Fed manipulation of lower interest rates is to boost housing prices isn't magic. It's a trick. Household net worth. Look how from 1952 all the way up until about 1992, 40 years, it all kind of was in a nice even curve. Look what's happened to that. Look what's happened to look how volatile it's gotten. Boom, bust, boom, bust. And there's no reason that's not going to continue. Because you know who's made all the money? This was the golden age of the middle class after World War II, right there. Is it the golden age of the middle class anymore? Who's got this money? Rich people. The 5%, the 1%. Okay, sorry. My predictions, I like, I'm not that I don't make too many predictions because, nobody knows what's going to happen. But with respect to the coming economic storm, we're going to see who's prepared for the big economic changes and who isn't. Here's our friend Warren Buffett again. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. And we're going to see, in the next 5 years, we're going to see who's in good shape and who isn't in good shape. And trust me, I plan to be in good shape. If I go off the cliff, I'm going to be the last one to go off the cliff. I'm going to be hanging there just like this. It's not going to be easy. The road ahead, what should you and I do with our money? You can try to guess, or you can follow trends. Follow trends. Wealth has wings. Remember I said pays to be paranoid? Here's another statistic. 70% of all wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation. 90% by the third. It's a tough game we play, guys. I wish it was easy and that life was just like, oh gee, a yellow brick road and everybody's going to be successful and wealthy and all that. That's not the case. Not the case. Wouldn't it be fun if everybody was rich anyway? No. Because I don't care if we all had $5 million and this guy had 20 million, you know how we'd feel like paupers, right? It's the way it is. Paul Tudor Jones, you ever recognize that name? Hedge fund guy, one of the most successful hedge fund managers ever. Where you want to be is always in control. We have control, way more control than you think we have. My number one investment is my health. 20 years ago, people would say, 70% of living a long, healthy life is genes. That has been totally disproven. You know what it is? It's 20 to 30%. So that means that you 70 to 80% of what's going to happen to you, you have control over. And it's the same with your money. You don't have to be a victim. And whether you're investing 10 grand or 100 million, it doesn't make any difference. Always play defense first. I tell people, if you don't know how to invest 10 grand correctly over a long period of time, what makes you think you're going to know how to invest 10 million bucks? You're not. It's the same exact principles. You can just as easily lose 10 million as you can 10,000. Loopholes. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. That's what it is, guys. It's how you respond to a changing world. That's going to make all the difference. And that's it. And anybody that wants to buy my book or sign up for my seminar and get a free book, you can do that in the back. And if we have any time, I'm happy to answer any question. Do we have any time?
Yes, you can take a couple of questions.
Just two. You better be good. Yes, yes.
I request people not to go. We are doing raffle. Immediately after the questions, we are going to do the raffle.
I'm sorry, what?
I noticed you didn't mention anything about gold.
That's at the seminar.
I got a question for
Hey,
you.
the seminar's 4 hours. How long was I on the platform here? An hour?
Actually,
But believe me, huh?
1 hour.
What?
1 hour 35 minutes.
No, this, I was here to tell you about real estate. This is about real estate, friend. It's a real estate club, right? My seminar's not just about real estate. Yes, sir.
Dodd-Frank.
It's gonna get repealed.
What do you think is going to do to the market?
I don't know. Ray Dalio thought Ray Trump becoming president would take the market down 10%. Ray Dalio is a super high-Q individual, and he was wrong. What makes you think I know the future? You don't know what's going to happen. That's why we follow trends, right? If you don't know, what do? You follow trends. And most of the successful people that have made big money and held on to their money are trend followers. You know why people make predictions? Because does everybody in this room want to know what the future is? Of course! That's human nature. Is that a good way to invest your money based on a prediction? Like I said, you can't even predict the friggin' weather more than 3 days out. What's going to happen to the markets when Dodd-Frank gets repealed in 6 to 12 to 18 months?
Be fun to find out.
I wish I knew the answer. I don't. And nobody does either. But it'll change. But did anybody here not think that big changes are coming to the economy now that Trump's president? You think it's the old school going to carry the day? No, not. That guy means business, you guys. He doesn't need any more money, does he? Does he need any more money? He's a patriot. Yeah, he may be kind of an asshole. I'll tell you one thing, everybody that's griping about Trump, they certainly wouldn't have been happy in my fraternity, because that's all we talked about. I mean, I'm just saying, that's the kind of thing, I don't approve of it, of course, but it's not the big deal. That's not what people voted for. People voted because of economics. And there's changes coming. And so you don't have to be a victim. You don't. One of the reasons I trade the market short term, it keeps me sharp. I'm patient. I'm disciplined. I buy fear. Those opportunities don't come around every day. But when they do come around, I hit the buy button. Now I manage the risk. Now I'm in the trade. Now I got to manage the risk. And that's what life is. That's what life is. It's a magnificent game, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. You ought to join me and really get into it. I mean, I've only been doing this for, 50 years now. So one of my subscribers asked me this the other day. And I said, no. I'll give you $5,000, $5,000. And I said, no. I said, because you won't be able to do what I do, because you don't have the market sense. I mean, it does take time, but you can learn. You can learn by practicing it and put your head into it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I got a lot of information. I hope people will take best use of your offer.
Sure.
It's a lot of good information.
I'm going to stay here about 5 minutes.
And actually, Robert, if you don't mind,
Huh?
we would like to celebrate the thanks to you.
Oh,
with a-
okay. Oh, great.
Thank you for driving by from Stanley.
I like the coffee maker better.
Harmon is on lap.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we are going to do the raffle. Before we start the raffle, I would like to thank some of our employees here with some of the gifts. So I would like to call a few of our employees here to thank them on the CEO, and then we are going to do the raffle. I will start with Esther. We are going to call everyone. So Esther, do you want to give a minute about you? Tell a minute about you.
Thank you guys so much.
So I would like to call Sangam. So Koshi, Jenny,
woke everybody up.
Lester, can you put the glasses? Actually, we need to get to put the. Okay, so does everyone have the glass tickets? We're going to play the game. We'll start with the small ones with the big ones. Did they go to Ocean Depth somewhere? Manning.
I don't care.
I got it. Manning.
One, I don't know.
Okay.
I have to say that I've been busy. It's
904
So busy.
761. So hope some of you will leave with some gifts, not with paranoid hearts.
Everybody wants to be. I wish you all the luck in the world, but don't take it personally. Nobody.